How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel for a Star Wars game news video. So the main topic we've got for today is a new Star Wars game leak. Now, we know that there are a multitude of Star Wars games on the way, and it appears that this could potentially be one of them. So we'll of course go over that, and very recently there has been claims made that this game could actually be an open world game, which is just like mind-blowing. And the exciting part is, it all comes from one of the most credible sources going around, so it's legit and not some random Reddit leak. But before we get into that, we do have a quick sponsor for today's video. So this video is brought to you by Ace Defender. Ace Defender is a high quality SRPG game with tower defense elements. You can play the solo RPG storyline with over 40 chapters and nearly 2,000 levels. You've also got a mixture of turn-based RPG and tower defense modes with this. Now, just like there is with Battlefront 2, there is a ton of heroes including 5 factions: Divine, Demon, Shadow, Nature, and Light. As of the launch of the game, there is 48 heroes with 2 new heroes added every 2 weeks. So you level them up, you combine the heroes, you equip gear and create a stronger lineup for solo expedition, PvE or PvP battle modes, whatever tickles your fancy. And you can play it 1 times, 2 times or 4 times to speed the game up or slow it down. And new users who download Ace Defender through the link in the description below will receive the following items when you reach level 10. So make sure you go check out Ace Defender through the link in the description below, because it's sponsors like this that keep the channel going considering the severe lack of Star Wars games. So reap the rewards, and of course a big thank you to Ace Defender for keeping the show going while Star Wars games just do nada for the channel. But now with that out of the way, let's dive into it. So we are more than likely entering the season of Star Wars game leaks as we come to an end in 2021, as 2022 looks like it's going to be one of the biggest years in terms of Star Wars game announcements, probably ever. There's a lot that needs to be unveiled next year due to the severe lack of announcements this year and delays. And it all could be starting here with this: a brand new Star Wars game that has supposedly been in development for a long time now. So this is part of the article explaining this, and I will link Bespin Bulletin's site in the description for you to check out if you want to read it yourself. But it says here, on Sunday, Henderson officially reported on DualShockers that according to his sources, Quantic Dream has been working on a Star Wars title for 18 months, but may have only started full development in the past several months. Now, this was actually all recently doubled down on as of recording, that this game could actually be an open world game. It says here, according to Kotor, the Quantic Dream Star Wars video game is action-orientated and may be open world. Now, more on that later, but I want to verify the source and talk about the company behind this game before we go into it any further. So Quantic Dream are the company behind games such as Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. Very good and very popular games, so that has people excited, naturally. Now, more about the leaker himself and why you should be paying attention to this. Tom Henderson, who came out with this, these days most people know him as an extremely accurate leaker of Battlefield 2042. He leaked details on 2042 about the game itself, he drew images of the trailer before it was even released, and he recently said that Battlefield 2042 would be delayed several weeks before EA and DICE went and announced it themselves. And as it says here on the site, he also has been providing leaks for Call of Duty Vanguard and information on Grand Theft Auto 6, which were then backed up by Jason Schreier, who is a very well-known figure in the gaming industry. And then he just had these claims for this new Star Wars game pretty much backed up by Kotaku. Everybody knows who Kotaku is. They went on to add more information about it, so credibility is no issue here. But more importantly, what is this game actually going to be about? Well, despite the fact it's rumored to have been in development for 18 months, there doesn't seem to be much to go on in regards to this topic except for very recently. But the kinds of games that tend to come from this developer tend to be adventure games that are very heavy on exposition and choice and follow the point and click format. But the best way to summarize the games that these guys make are narrative-based games that kind of blur the line between an interactive movie and a video game. I'm not going to lie to you, I am not well versed with these guys personally and can only go off what I've heard. But from what I can gather, they're very different to what Star Wars fans are used to with their games. So it will be a nice breath of fresh air if this does get pulled off well, and it'll be far from anything we Star Wars fans have seen before. So that in itself is a really interesting hook. But here's the curveball that makes everything very interesting. And that is that Kotaku came out explaining that the company might actually be going in a new direction with this Star Wars game. They go on to say, Kotaku are reporting that Quantic Dream are stepping away from their usual quick-time event-driven game and instead will be more action-orientated with traditional action gameplay with the possibility of being open world and could include multiplayer elements. So if any of that ends up being true, then that is just incredible to hear. We already know that we're getting the Ubisoft open world Star Wars game, so the idea that we could potentially be getting 2 of them is just like literally insane to think about. Now, although I spoke about these guys injecting a breath of fresh air into Star Wars games with something we haven't seen before, I really hope this thing regarding them switching up their traditional format is true, because I would love to see an open world Star Wars game with multiplayer elements. That would be insane. And not to mention 2 open world Star Wars games is better than 1. And keep in mind, as per the rumors, this game has already been in development for 18 months, supposedly, so we could be looking at something pretty special here. Now, I'd be very surprised if this was the rumored Star Wars shooter that's been doing the rounds of the internet for the best part of a year. I just don't see them doing that kind of a game given what we know. Plus, I think that shooter would be from EA anyway. It would have nothing to do with these guys. Now, I do have a very big worry about this game though that I must talk about. Judging off recent games from these guys, it is very likely this game could be yet another console exclusive title, and that would be with PlayStation. Now, the initial reaction when it was interpreted that the recently announced Kotor remake was going to be a PlayStation exclusive, it wasn't good. Thankfully, since then we found out that the Kotor remake is going to be a timed exclusive, so eventually everyone will get a chance to play that game. But as for whether this game would fall into that category, remains to be seen. Now, with Quantic Dream apparently switching up their formula and trying something new with this Star Wars game, hopefully they're breaking free from the shackles of Sony, so this doesn't become an issue anyway. So let me know down in those comments what you think of Quantic Dream making a new Star Wars game. I personally am down for it. It'll be something different but familiar at the same time if these rumors come through. And I mean, the more Star Wars games, the better, especially given the barren wasteland it's been for the past couple of years. And given that the game has supposedly been in development for 18 months already, I think it's possible we could see this game around the end of 2023 to 2024. And I think it'd be a part of this extreme Star Wars game shakeup that we're going to be seeing in 2023 when EA's exclusivity comes to an end. So either way, we will be watching this game's career with great interest. But guys, that's about all I've got for you today. I do expect more to be coming in regards to this potential Star Wars game from Quantic Dream. I am interested to see where all of this goes, and if the game has been in development for 18 months, like the leak suggests, then it's very likely we could be seeing something official on this game sometime soon, and potentially hearing more about it in the upcoming months through industry insiders and leakers. But remember guys, check out Ace Defender through the link in the description, subscribe to the channel as we press on to 150,000 subscribers, and let me know down in those comments your thoughts on the potential new Star Wars game from Quantic Dream. But that is going to do it for me today. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.